Hello, welcome. I'm Anita, Sparkle Stitcher, and this is Flosstube number 9, October 17, 2022. It's been a while. I know summer was amazing, and I do have a little bit to share about that. So, before we begin, the mug of the day, isn't this pretty? Depot Bay. I had an extended vacation in Washington and Oregon, and can't say enough good things about the time I spent with family and friends and just enjoying all the beauty that those two states have to offer. Oh, I also noticed 3 stitches. Now, I got this many years ago, and it just showed up one day in some of my things, and I actually think it was in my husband's office, and he found it and returned it. So that's a lot of fun. Anyway, where do I begin? Well, I'm back in Iowa for now. This week I start substitute teaching, which will be an interesting experience. We'll see how that goes. And just enjoying every moment I can with my grandbaby. He is 1 now, and just is such a joy. Just definitely such a joy. Every minute I can, I want to be with him. So let's see, where to begin? Okay, not much stitching has happened. I go on holidays with the greatest of intent. I bring a magnifier and I bring my project bag and everything that I need. And yeah, usually not much gets stitched. And that was the case again. But I'll show you what I have. I do have a very small finish. This is from the Primitive Hair Count Twice, Stitch Once. And that's the original photo. And then this is where I'm at with my finish. I really like how she turned out. So I don't quite know how I'm going to finish it, but it really was a lot of fun to stitch. So I have a couple whips. I am working on What Remains by Blackbird Designs. And this is what I selected for Stitch Camp with Colorado Cross Stitcher. Again, this came with me this summer. And let's see where we're at. Oh, yeah. Well, I know. That's it. Yes, I do have a travel project I took as well in my travel bag. And I thought it being a larger count, maybe it's a 14 count Ada, I thought I would be able to get by with not relying on my magnifier, but it appears I still need my magnifier. I don't know if it's because it's a dark fabric, but here's the design. It's called Tomte Parade. That's the cover. And the colors just pop on this. And that's where I'm at. So I am working on the 3rd Tomte right here. There he is. It'll be cute when it gets done, but not the pace I'm going. Oh, goodness. I do have quite a few purchases I made. You know, when you're not stitching, you're shopping. And it's quite an assortment, definitely an assortment of things. So where to begin? All right. I don't think I have shared this. Just a sweet little jar of buttons. And they seriously look vintage, very antique-y. They're very old. But I thought, what am I going to do with it? And I'm not going to do anything. I just like it exactly the way it is. I found this beautiful box. Do the things you love. Do the things that make you sparkle. And I saw the box is called Primitives by Kathy from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it's a really, really well made box. And I thought, oh, you know, I can put a finish on the cover, but the more I own this, the more I like it just the way it is. So it might just stay the way it is. I found this old spool at a thrift shop, and this is how it's decorated. So my plan is just to take this all off and then just put a small on there. A very small. But I thought that was really sweet. Now, the last time we got together, I shared with you some of my Ort containers, and I added more to my collection. So, where do we begin? This is made of just acrylic, plastic, and I got this for free. And it's just a really sweet size. And I'll show you the container I use this with. It seems to be one that I use quite a bit over the summer. Oh, this teeny tiny. It's really small. I was thinking at first it was maybe for an egg holder, but it's not shaped correctly. So I don't know. I don't know what the original intent was, but it's really sweet. Here we have a really nice little item. I think it was originally probably a teacup. I picked this up in Oregon, and it is made of myrtle wood. And I love this. This is really, really pretty. And then my latest find, we're going vintage here. Look at this. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, yeah. Yep, it's wonderful. I like it. Yep. So those are my newest Ort containers. I also have purchased this crate. You can see. Again, it'd be really nice to put a finish on the front, but it's another item. The more I have it, the more I kind of like it the way it is. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see. I found a wonderful item. This is a Vera Bradley. Oh, there we go. And never used. It still had the tag in it and everything. And I thought this would be a real, it just zips to there. So that's as far as it opens. And I thought that would make just a really nice little project bag for $1. Oh. All right, what else? Oh, I was telling you this summer I was using this quite a bit, and this is what I keep it in. Again, we're going with vintage. Isn't that fabulous? Everything. It was never used. I love the color. You can see when you open it. It was, I originally made for either jewelry or makeup. I'm thinking jewelry because there was a piece in here that you would put like pierced earrings on. And so there. And so this fits just right in here with the other items that I carry. This was a new purchase. I picked this up at Acorns and Threads. It's, oh, whoa, it's a needle minder. Oh, can you, there we go. My big toe designs, and it's just really sweet. Let's see. I also carry with me, this was also an estate find, and it's just a little runner that someone had stitched, and I roll this up and keep it with me. And so I can put my magnifying light on it and it won't slip around. It helps hold the light in place. You know, depending on the table surfaces, it might be really slippery. And then this just works really well. Isn't that really pretty? Yeah. So I keep that in there. So, yeah. Isn't that great? All right. I also was able to pick up some, I'm going to have the title of this Flosstube be vintage something, because again, vintage postcards, and they are of the Queen Mary, and that is where my husband and I were married. It's just a lot of fun. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but Queen Mary, I had to get it. I had to get them. What else do I have here? Oh, all right. So I was at a retreat in the late spring, early summer, and one of the stitchers there, Kate, had this amazing, it's an LED neck reading light. This is the box mine came in. Watch. And so all you do is you just put it around your neck. Oop, I do it this way. Put it around your neck. You can adjust the lights, and there's three, I'm not going to light it toward you, but there are three levels of brightness. So let's make, can you? So I was thinking that this would help me with my travel project to stitch without the magnifier, and it does definitely help, but still not quite enough. So if you have really good eyesight, or you wear your magnifiers like the eyeglass ones, these might work really well for you. I am using it quite a bit while I read in my home. My home is fairly dark. It's north-south facing, and this extra light really comes in handy for me. So, oh, did I? Oh, just turning it on and off. All right. I also picked up here locally this really sweet little project bag, or an accoutrement. It's just for your little bits and pieces. But I love the colors. Very vintage. All right, what did I pick up at Acorns and Threads? Well, whew, I could have wrapped up that whole store. I'm telling you, everything about it was just such a joy. but I'll share what I got. Now, when I first got there, I arrived to Oregon, and then like the very next day was the first time I went to Acorns and Threads. And I had great hopes for my stitching. I was going to be there for an extended time. I was gonna have all this time to stitch. Yeah. So I purchased Bent Creek, the lighthouse. And the fabric. And the DMC. I did buy a combination of DMC and Fancy Floss for this. Never got to it. But I was prepared. I was prepared in that whole train of thinking that I was gonna get all the stitching done. I also picked up Chubby Bird by Jeanette Douglas. And it came with the thread and some finishing. Never out of the plastic. Someday. I did pick up a 40 count Lakeside Linen fawn. Ink Circles, Hey Diddle. And this is really sweet. There we go. I have never heard of this designer, but oh my goodness, this just spoke to me. I'll take it out of the plastic. I'm actually going to do a part of this as a small, but let's. So this is by Nitka. It's a cross stitch pattern. Are they also in your kitchen? Isn't that fun? Oh. This on the Dollar and a Horse, the one swinging on the vines. I just love that. I love everything about this. I will be changing the colors out to blue instead of the green. But I thought that was really sweet. I also picked up, again, another designer I've never heard of, but super cute. Let me move this little guy out of the way. Dirty Annie's Southern Style. And it's called Claws. And there's two patterns in here. The crab and the lobster. I'm actually thinking about doing the lobster blue as well. They're so rare, and I think that would be a lot of fun. We'll see. This is up at the front of the line to work on this. I think this looks like a lot of fun. And then very recently, just a couple days ago, I was at a thrift shop. I had just stopped in there. I thought, oh yeah, I'll just do a quick run around, see what I find, and I found something. It's called Hooked on Hawks, 12 charted designs to cross stitch or needle point. And it's University of Iowa. This has got to be from like 1980 or maybe sooner. And the inside has the designs, but they look like they are hand colored in. They're not digitized. Some of it, no, I would say the whole thing is drawn in by hand, the whole pattern. Isn't that fun? Yeah. So that's what we have. I have been working on Sir Dandy. He's at my stitching spot right now. making some progress with him. I think what slowed me up with him was I've gotten to the part where I need to chart my verse that I want to put in the center, and then after that is an alphabet, and I am not a fan of doing alphabets, and I think that's what made me just put my brakes on. But I pulled him out when I had gotten back from my holiday, and I just fell in love all over again and said he needs to get done. He needs to be done. So I'm excited to do that. All right, so I think that's it for now. Oh, one more. Okay, one more. I will have something else to be sipping from next time. That beautiful. I love everything, the color, everything. And then on the back it says, I cross stitch. What's your superpower? I know, just everything about this. Now that I've shown it to you, I can wash it up and use it. I'm excited. But that was a real find at Acorns and Threads. It will be a reminder to me of this wonderful summer that I had. I think that is all I'm going to share for now. I'm so glad you came and joined me, and hoping it's not 2 months before I come back. But anyway, until we meet again, please remember to do more of what makes you sparkle. Bye.